Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Banggood review. Banggood have asked me if I'll do another diesel heater. This time it's a toolbox type diesel heater. Just the same for heating cars, caravans, tents, sheds, whatever you want. Before I get started, I want to make one or two things perfectly clear. I don't work for Banggood. Banggood aren't paying me to do this. I do get to keep the heater. There is a link in the description box, and if you buy one of these using my link, I do get a small amount of commission. In fact, if you buy anything using my link, I do get a small amount of commission. Everything here is straightforward, heads up, honest opinions. That's the heater there. Toolbox, diesel air, camping heater. Banggood are getting much better packaging things. At one time some of that stuff used to come through damaged. This one appears to be alright. It does indeed look like a toolbox. Oh, there it is. You can see it in all its glory. Little remote control there. It definitely is a toolbox. That's the exhaust outlet there. That's better than what they normally have. Quite often the pipe goes in underneath and you have to bend the pipe. That's quite impressed with that. It's made of metal obviously, so it doesn't burn. Little digital display which is on an extension lead as well. Right, so that's a basic heater. We'll see what else we'll get. Get a user manual. English as well. The silencer. That's the exhaust pipe. That's a flexible duct for the hot air with a nice little diffuser on the end. We've got some wires, extension leads, hose clips. This is one of the best features about the whole thing. It's a 240 volt hook-up cable, so you've got a built-in AC/DC power adapter, so it'll run off 13 amp 240 volt. Got a UK plug on it. It'll also run off 12 volt on your car battery, but for me having that is great. That adapter makes a massive difference, makes it much more practical to use at home. Right, looking inside, that's a little remote to turn it on and off. We need that. That's the fuel tank. That's a heater assembly. That's the fuel pump. The fuel pump is rubber mounted because they can be noisy. These run on pump diesel, red diesel or kerosene. Personally I use kerosene. That's a good idea. Keeps all the shite out of the tank. Obviously you've got to open the lid to fuel it. See, that's a little display. You can have the display inside your car, inside your van, inside your shed, the heater outside. You can also have the heater inside, but you must make sure that the exhaust goes outside. That's a big must. An air intake there with a little filter on it. That's a power supply, goes into there. That's the outlet for the warm air. Like I say, you do get a bit of ducting. So you can have this sort of, you can buy this, it's cheap enough. You can have it anywhere really, like outside and then ducted round into a building, which is probably what I'm going to do with it. First thing to do is put the exhaust on. There's not really much to do with this. Exhaust goes on, we'll put some fuel in, give it some power and make it work, I think. We'll have a look in that side before I put fuel in. See, that's the exhaust. That's the air intake there, which goes up and it's got a little filter on there. And it's set up off the ground on feet. This is, to me, this is better than the earlier version where you had to put the pipe into there. And this is a much better setup. You can buy extension pieces for the exhausts. It's important to get this nice and tight so you get a gas tight seal, you don't want no exhaust gas leaks. I must admit, whenever I run one of these in my sheds, I do use a carbon monoxide detector as well, and I've never yet had any problems with them. Silencer simply goes on there. That is brackets and clips to mount all this, and you can put another pipe on there to extend the exhaust. Like I say, you must have the exhaust outside the building. Right, so I think basically that's it assembled. We'll put some power onto it, put some fuel into it, and get it running. We're going to run this on 240 volt main, so the adapter plugs straight into there. And that's the other lead, that will go onto your battery, positive, negative. Obviously put a fuse in there. The heater doesn't draw much current, it runs about 15 amps on startup. That's so the heater plug, after that it runs very, very low ampage. This is clean kerosene. Like I say, you can use diesel, red diesel, white diesel. But I get kerosene off a friend, so naturally that's what I'm going to use. There's an indicator there, shows how much fuel's in, up to 4.75 litres, 5 litres maximum. Press the on button. So you've got on, off, plus and minus temperature. We'll leave it on 10 on high. This being a new heater, it'll take a while for it to start up because obviously the pump's dry. It runs through a cycle. The screen does go off. You just press a button, it comes back on again. You'll hear the pump start to run in a minute as it sort of bleeds itself through. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but the pump's running out in here, it's ticking. Blowing cold air out. Right, the burner's running now. Lukewarm air starting to come out. That's running now. It's lovely warm air coming out of there. It will get hotter as it builds up. We're averaging sort of 70 degrees, 87, 79, 80 degrees. The exhaust will be even hotter than that. Quite a strongest blast of air out of there as well. Right, to turn it off, you simply press off on there. That's it. It'll go through a cooling down period. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes. The fan will keep cutting in, cutting out until it's down to a temperature. You can reduce the mains. You don't just turn it off at the mains, let it go through its cool down cycle. Right, to sum it up, it does exactly what it's supposed to do. It turns diesel or kerosene into nice, warm, clean air, safely and efficiently. Don't forget, if you do decide to buy one of these using my link, I do get a little bit of commission, which helps us make more and better videos. Anyway, thanks for watching.